Dr. Dunayot, wero yen, kete la met padek, ruichi nong mit ne ikwaene ma pat. Nong nala instant noodles ni tin ne pichama mit, doro yoriot. Nong e dukan ki supermarket duju may loboman. Peluchat mabup, lim chapa General Enterprises kiti dukan na madek, Irafik Building, Ichikubwe, Kampala. Nala instant noodles, boil, season, star. Enjoy.
Jenga ida dek ner dwe dong Pierre Rio we achele lo medu ma chele mo kali wario Pierre Rio we abichele no wakani studio wa me one lo TV amere jolo yen matek kutwal kudiko eni yupo mo lo ni ro painting wa mere kwa ke ja picha ko ne late machine mo ko manok en ro wadugo ket majini kilo nyane e makwera te kan ku megina Rio weng la dit oringi Dennis gini ket Pat Robert la Ruby ujana lutua amere jolo tutwal
Afoema. Machine da poja chala machine magiti yukere na ye. Tino du. Ya te motish.
Ujo ni Pat ujo ni.
But I don't know ke machine me ja.
Ini na machine live. One of the kind studio iberu kuja on the ground. Welcome back as a foot soldier.
Wadugo, erbene ating wedge. Where ner kita tikwere ko beni. Awacha ngol la modano, nen kita pija tikwere, natika kemo yo midog gulu. Because we have elections tomorrow, so tiene mirna beri yo midog.
Yes.
Yeah.
Elections pa me atika ti mediri gulu. Tunku malme ganda actually. And our 1 to 12 reporters are megwa pe in Kenny and ogeno weng to igulu kid gumla mo ka weng magkelo iwa live updates oringi we amira no winyune keyboard parts ngomo time gudu of course one be kikan reporting kikan and in be kono live ke mini wa kon overview inero ma mege kita kui mukara eno ubere kere
mi achel gen ma nero do kuini wano chako do pojoma poko ballot papers pima oi office pe electoral commission kena ka chawa a pa kidaka piara ngwen we boro wo bedo kono cha para chen no loading ballot papers away. Of course, I better we're trailing, we're trailing mutaka, michiarokabolo ballot papers, Yunyama, which NTC, we're polling stations, Maromo Pierangwen. Me, Ocha Parario, or don't want to teach me a cello. That's why we were able to deliver content. Ma in our network, but we were able to send the information. Can you dog at the bar Chawario, Emma? Chawario, polling stations, Mukane. Dana Miro, the first 10 PM check when the Dana Pa Miro Betty working on their witnesses. The polling stations Mukana Dano pay. Madon Gano go chew, Madon Chako Birma Dwongi, we are a ball kui, another time of event. Machine require teacher. Oquire station me a chill come mega old better chantic a bully kui. Warrior Wachero a barracks, the biggest polling station, getting polling stations a parachain, Iba Karachain again. Kuno later on Ringo go chim kapanyuma atika time I gave him update kikenya rea chera la olum a chera labor line a chera polling stations maroma bor kenya ngola chera wa moro kuno bara no machine pe ka teach a rea dugu we yopaga otema one primary school i moro kaneno ngoma tika time machines won lengo mana doc do me e town gulu sitene kanonke wine electoral commission declaring down to ki register. Chawa ene jomo kando da ogan.
Mukano e pego medi dugudo.
Mukano pego dugu. So that was also a bit of frustration ki bod jomo kane. No madong dan mo kuido cha ko bolene dan mo chero cha mo you know the procrastination money chero cha mo chawa dimon na chero. Madong chok ki neno chawa paro chok ki jogo bolo kuini. Dan do cha ko chera kango. And tika tuma. That is really what made very many people feel very uncomfortable. Now that is Idiba Moon Kamatika. You can look at how less down very
low voter turn up.
Low voters turn up, Megotika arriving and no Mego I think she was among the first 3 people at a polling station. And we already at the polling station. And made down Manoti and that set the mark for the greater part of the day. We have a big role tomorrow to play. Enter jomati kono merogo na negi charo gi bolo kui especially kui madirane pian these are service leaders lutela ma meggi mo chung pe gian me konyo gene te dero
par in me beri ken penge law for that turn up anytime ngo muke of course beri current polling stations ba par egni weng I war be ken gang neti neno ngo me wero beri me neno u beri chin dan mo wer dan po cerka bolo kui
mo kana beri chala ni mukena berichala ni wai jomo la wo regi la wo go wor go mi yo chene ngari ge won mo no chene po rengi no chiboli rekui there's that kind of bickering mano take a word me ario dano biro ka bolo kui enter the disappointment the machine ko artichi bane propelled many people not now to do what pe ngeni ka ngara chelo biro ka bolo kui ba ema ana biro no I got disappointed you know you take any machine John foot pe ka teach machine John foot pe ka teach mouth word of mouth
now Pat explanation ango ma Joma loyo kum bolo kui ki gulu gen gomiyo ki luak dana magulo nyo gimi botu chalo lu cholo kanye
go aje mera chen it is a national problem all machines have failed
so the reason
one bero ki penye wacho renge network you know kana network pa chimpi rweng do network ku rweng vision kan no come on network tie come on network pro rweng wacho le twitch unless they've just put it off wo penye wacho ni machine no weng pe kitemo. Because a day before, a day before, I remember I sent a story.
Yes.
They were training about 580 polling agents. Go back to teach machine. You know, they were playing around with it. Ini ro kui ko me dong machine weng lengo
non ke mero non kuma mero wat ni jomo bere ka ti ki machine go ba machine
Diki bala machine countrywide but go in anticipation of bolo kui dong madirene of course in after the show ni we rio mechero gulu nero ni environment atini ning
Gulukumbeti situation is tense. Unlike Kampala, may no paying Dirata, and people have already made their decision for who will be their mayor. It can make Buluku Madirene. Igulu situation is tense. By la war, Utiano down to finalizing with their campaigns. Now, Queen no poke of Furi, enter me or la war ni Queen no take a duekeo. My nana contest Kindana Bichi, Udugo Pain, it can Dana Rio. Ngomo Timebene. Councillor 5 KLCs we go level make bekelo gini chalo division councillors magatika biro direct city council gembe go to a dogio kene no camp honorable kani it is okay camp honorable Norbert Mao they took side magiti wachini wana mete mayor eni yote mwa eni okare wa mete councillor eni yote mwa any being alliances and corporations are being formed among its members which is good. Because for the greater good of Gulu City, Lutela Gunyur come again gemero. Donc one muti kin gang do mo tamu. Wa chet ki loggi wa mun loggi telango mabe magigen ka chwakone. Kam mar mo wachi ke bowling ngari pe ngono.
Ana no gen enni bieto kuipa MPs mangar more tutwale toji do bino wachi na mwaka oye do oye. So there were alliances in there.
Yeah, because chalo kombeni if I may be blunt with that, nero Norbert Mao chika wajidana mirke bol ku irokwa. Norbert Mao chika wajidana mirke bol ku Morris. Morris TFDC natmatika PM kwelti PFF. So there's that fraction. Father Nan Bero Karo, watching Ki Lega. He announced name mirke nene ki bol ku irokwa. In the same situation, Megaol Berochan is also trying to talk the same language. Now, Lotela Mokarne Weng, they're speaking the same language. In Duawa, watching a penny can watch why?
Yes, that we will answer that question immediately after tomorrow.
After tomorrow,
which is Friday. So wangwa ubedo gulu ki kamu kena ne weng kama kumbede yup mebilo kui ke mayas ke LC5 sika wara nyimuye wiye pianchawa petika konyawa amir wanen ngomati gajer matin. Part gino ringi gubu konya nywako ne front page tika wajo hotspots for LC5 elections tika watending page Rio kia der tika wachini i Kampala kan kika bere part LC5 elections tika watending ya dugu dak bora ye pato ringi ita yente makeja LC5 kono gulu biruku tini ninyo pian ini wangeni bedo specifically gulu of course areas no guarantee but pian ini tie kan
Gulu district contest temata in ball Justin Simpleman gen ke again ke la warrior pia teke. Now, endong as usual. Kirokene ki waine law predicting is very hard. PM Opia Teke, me a chill take a ground. Me a Rio, we see Obol Simpleman coming in. Opia Teke, of course, is NRM. Obol Justin Simpleman TDP. So contest team attack. Po angeyo kermo tumkwere. But I'm here in the lines of protecting the gains. Dano ngeyo nga American Gichwa. Keribene kumano lutela mo kerma papat maguchungitie I district. City kawadugo pole me nena magatika bione. Dana beach kona beach elmon makichwala ge kachara ka kwanyo office pa meya madiete bene contest team attack, but all the list me or dire Emma, I can assure you we will be giving you live updates ngati time Gulu City ngati time Moro yo Moro contest team attack totally kirobo bi again ke Mr. Okelo Douglas Peto Kao ma imuila ko the slogan me Moro wani has shifted Boro BB now po angeyo because remember the last primaries, there was allegation near Bibi lawyer Kao. Bibi was announced. Okao in court, they nullified the results, replacing Okao as the sole candidate for NRM. Obubi Nero Kumero, he sees he has potential. Obubi Reno Dakotian as an independent. NRM leaning. Now. They are setting the pace. Who will take over?
We will have all those answers by Friday. Front page matika watching religious leaders visit Chagulanyi's home. Religious leaders magiti arcade dude mapat. Of course, that Elwigi obed Archbishop Stephen Kazimba Mugalu Magulemo at pa opposition leader. Dit Chagulanyi and parachali uringi mapia show chaka ina bereka ki interest is stored any mada inero mamegi pingoy tam ne Chagulanyi boycotting meeting anyway.
No, first of all, kama Chagulanyi tiye ngatangeo para. He knows it himself with a few of his compatriots. Chiara for religious leaders me chiara karwate ki family pa Robert Chagulanyi igange me achel solidarity only, Amira for religious leaders. Unfortunately, I'm not seeing the Catholic participation in this seems to be minimal because I expected a bishop from the Catholic Church to accompany these religious leaders from other religious denominations. So if it is there, then I'm not seeing the bishop there. So maybe the Kampala Archdiocese where the Carmichael party, that is okay. But I expected a person of the rank of the bishop, or maybe the archbishop, to take lead in this. What we are currently discussing as a country. In a period of law and no coach. So I've been reliably informed party But now, what is the outcome of the meeting? The biggest problem here is not Chagulanyi Kachielki family, but the biggest problem here is reconciliation after election. What will be Lokpa religious leaders to the government about the incarceration of Chagulanyi's family? Would Mako gi pajuma megi kar pego be karwa, because as we talk right now, these interreligious leaders Cherogi Iganga Chagulanyi go kar through different roadblocks, which should not be the case. Ilome Uganda kawatika boasting of Kush. Pian kat to roadblock me chera pajupangat money can speaks a lot of things. So I am waiting for the outcome of what are they going to tell the government? I am interested in that. And then what will be the response by government? Lock mamegi. But it to me very late to 12 days. Pian Chagulanyi pegi makolo pegi tiga DUN pegi chako DUN la wo. From the day my bolo ni tap kichor mwenye pajone. A lot of videos are circulating on social media, even him speaking. No matter, I expected religious leaders immediately the following day. Here, bit kikome, me share pa no me waje government what you're doing is not right. Can you allow maybe this candidate also to be free like any other candidates magen go participating in the presidential race?
Orenge anka gamalok kaneva Amera watching Uganda is a reactional country. People never plan. When there's a problem of such nature, and people try to show a bit of importance and relevance. And that goes to the religious leaders. PMK nero ni gineno chake wala chencha. Furkuna la wuo no piarte no mirigichere. No, they knew about it, but they were also planning. And because situations have gone out of hand, they want to show a reason for purpose, even when the visit is not important. Anyway, gina pere tek mano miro tema yeni. Issues of human rights abuse, issues of incarcerations, issue of forced disappearances should be a daily conversation with all parties marking any they are aggrieved. Ni wano tiki koro gamerti katimo kuman gina kuman tikatime po bedlock ni anachet u bedlock mak logo chenjui weka Uganda mamego ni ubed mabe ubed ben madano weng mar bediye. We have no second home. Uganda is our home. Kawano logo ye chenjui wa yubu chenjui wa bekelo ala daw pa chagula nyiti anotika wachi ngomo time gange kitma kicharo PM bajalo renge PM petini it is a do or die nika ana PM kweri ana degi keno kana PM kweri PM mero neno kon kerunti kwe ero dana kanye Uganda kiri wo lokamu ka in loko kingar mano ngu umunyi duoni tek imunyi ngate mero tele kweda. It is not about tele, it's about exchange of ideas and
that should not only be bet p chagula nyike because human rights wajoni, all of us we are equal. Kadung dano mo magi nerogi magi shelogi ki butambala over 10 people. I also we look at religious leaders about that. They are quiet about that. But we have lost lives.
Unfortunately, report mano interreligious leaders gramo kate kere me bino ka wache wa Roma beru pere. Sadly, but anyway, front page ka wache ne kumero mera ye lock. Bakuni chamo wai nyuaro karache le kitana magobogo chim kedwa awateni lok enka kenyu wiye pian cha peti ka konyo wa bamero nan tiek ngo mati ga jer bora tika wachine ni genen NRM dominates special interest groups and councillor elections. Of course biru kuino birila wo ma chani ba oringi wal block kan ne positions for people with disabilities, workers, MP, youth MPs, he groups and part egni wing. War ma be era kiti wai daga ye NRM ayo lawyer positions egni wing. Bitu kuinyo advantage ngo ma NRM has had in 2026 compared to 2021. Achaka yunurenge.
They have used a lot of money. Again, go to Yukishana Maduang Mapewache, which is against the law. Emma, kompetika ipe ki chene manda ki pe ki lutembia chara moma gen ki chuin me supporting and pay law ku mo ekan. And we are going to see this in the mayoral race election and also 5 chairpersons election. The mat umo karone pole uberni, who are the people behind you? What do you have for the people? Uberni pat ti dharma be ti ki agenda mabe piwa uberni pat ango na maenomi ni wa. And which has been the politics melome Uganda, politics of giving, and NRM is good at that. Waneno, even a day before the last day of campaign, China mag releasing to all the villages in Lome Uganda, rural villages gen go no ali mia dek urban villages cells gen go no ali mia bit mo mero share it there village and ge pore in the name of transport facilitation. Now, what happens to the other party? Magen ge pere China marom no mero gen go facilitating ijoma megi automatically the highest bidders will take it all. And that is the politics of Uganda. They will always dominate. But for me, the issue is not about NRM dominating election. The issue is the quality of the people. Political party. Because during before 2005, we had the movement system. We had quality of leaders, though they were a member of the movement system. But they were disagreeing on principle. So I believe even they are men of class and women of distinction who will advocate for the people, even if they belong to the political party. It doesn't mean that KTA political party yes. At a certain point, you have to disagree, to agree, on a matter mano.
Sadly, disagreement. And Ramo Kilidaro Chalo, the four rebels.
And that is a problem in Uganda.
You know where Caro Berukumano made a lot for ringing about Emma. Ka in a well money and a dory. PM take a channel. In me pay a channel, you kuoni daughter. PM not a mirror piri, not a mirror pet or tyranny, any bang a bang come, where in non channel, where dear cham, dear Lutini Beno Cherry, a gangquan. Kadang kuoni o a level enemy or kere cum garmani where in non you, me la kuoni, in a dog people at enemy. And o people not any beer on the PM, not any ticket channel, any packet channel at a mere channel keyboard. You don't come a channel yene, ka in pay a bang kuono beru tech. Or where volo benatim attack. Nay, do channel dog volo to meta change.
And Chan give a meta change.
Chan give a meta change. PM in no only me a deck. What is only me a deck?
The whole village.
Kumberi art chargulu. Mira non mutaka. Mira cham, mira koma be. Ali mia there. Timongo. It's money that can be spent in less than an hour. From now, matika loke. Normal tika nene. Ikumali mia there kichwalo. Kili kichwalo million deck Emma. Ichar matiki dano mia deck mia wen mia beach.
No chile idea.
Kipo chile idea di. Narado no chile madimunya no chile lewa bichel. No chile. No one has ever walked out of a campaign trail. Kitchen Maroma Liva.
Anali Wabichel no Pimwaka Beach ba. That is to facilitate you for 5 years.
It keep penye watching because we are held captive in the hands of Jomatiki Chene. Watamne Jomatiki Chene, energetic quo, energetic lodge, energetic Jimmy Wayne Komge. That is not the perception. Or we are okay now watching politics should not be about money. Politics should be about competence. Politics should be about capabilities.
But those are very good sentiments. But pange kama wai oye because kama don't kuberi oye walote dara ichara gangwa kuya pa icho arot kwa wenge ni mirke mia kong alibachel mone kalwa kedwana ka waka boli kui. It has become so bad. Mapeti ngar mo madong penge about commercialized politics.
We can transform commercialization of politics into actions of what we want to do. I mean, watching the protecting the gains marketing watching comedy. Come 7 of doing my alibario, Pierre Deck, we are chill, you Pierre Deck, we are Emma. It is simple logic. Instead of spending a lot of money in the campaigns to buy people, invest that money and just show them. Take us for a tour. What team any, what team any, what team any. In Nerva, protecting the gains Makuba Roberto Chona. Cher waje nero we baba take or deck kita yang ke chon ko chon baba take mo or deck ba take Mercedes Benz ba take kono gena ngo watie kwere eto ini take ngo
geno para
ateri actually in a goal kele we
you take ngo ini take ngo what do you have that you can show when you take a lot watie NRMs jomo kano por ku no gete ngo and one ki ma tek ma dati we are doing everything itika ring ko ngaro mo ria Roma ki mon magi beri campaign goyo ki jera ki tek no go for the word gite ka kwara liba beach eto gangelo tinga to ka for cage you are caring so much about somebody and you're forgetting
at the level e perro kyoka ni ngat money worry
kyoka ki kitengeni
antwere pe perro re kyoka ni am worry
ore inde tikele dong be ma part anyway while logo madwong ritwali chama bogalam gajer tika wor kumero non kopi mamegi ali bayario I wile kwan matot chawa tika dewa ento yini bedki ker me kwan je madwong chawa battle for Kampala Lord Mayor seat gains momentum hotspots for LC5 ulutua uye wa ndong wachiato wiyewe amira wachaki bogalam trending local issues metunkumalu producer Uchian please note wachaki story metun ko mala wa win tampa pat ma eno buchero bene gulu iyunge show eni ko mala ko no safo kitawa o buchake iyunge bolokwi Michael nyinge tigi report eni ko wanena manok kada pandu panywake
Dr. Omona diete yamo karachel kere jo choy ruonge medo karachel kere jo tel me pati me NRM kede da jo achia pat me pati me nup agudo lokere wacho be program restocking karachel kede nusa fo bino chakere yonge kopa me maker karachel kede yer
omi neno kan jo angocha tot oyawilo dede otia ber mado kan do pien kome yi kede kuku kachio biro timere omio jema toto dubere ipama wan ari ko wa maber madokan da te wacho wan tin na kide genda duong pien jema tot ke timere mekela loka adokaro yi medo yi ko ara ke donglo ba tot twal wana gi apere tek wan ndi ber madokan gi apere tek ene tiebe wan omit no wude poni weti kara chiel kirabu menti mekelo rocho bedo mi yudewa rocho bedo ye pone me wud yudewa mono ogiling kide nyano abar ara lonyo ching wude achiel ke dongo lobo ena me wana wano no joma ber mado koro neno itek twal me enarem ne obedo ni kan alube en obedo aduongo chien Maxon Gaetano audo bedo ngata ayamo ara ngata maka kopikom bedo mino jongeno ngech ametie ipati menu maber mado ara public relations officer ara spokesperson ngata yamo audo yam ipati menu amena ati oduogo jo maka karachiel kedewa ribo chin kedewa yenaren kan ngete tucha otie kede e jotu Andrew ena ngocho bedo galo geo bedo won kom me party menu ya ber maro kan kede mobilizer chie obiri ngecha modombe Ismail obira kede ja chie atota chie dojo donga chie menu papore bedo kan do giti fil kuja memali omona oro dub kare bedo kuja we jogot kuna wan bedo ot yo yam ki joka miro odok jowa bi wano nena teni amiti party men amito kuon ritual imi kana gi achieda tie bino achie me obino chene du jo achie ati ya inu ponye ba wanti konen bala lera ti NRM wan ya ber maro kan leo mito lok omito dongo lobo ke kela lokolo ka ber wan ko be nubdo omito weko achieda ko bedo ka papar mere kede angucha section macho gi okelo no saf ber kope gene karwe jotik me wuri yite kede wanya jo ka wuri kap ka jo bedi ye me doko chien udi opore bedo ma chama yote ka jo bebe ye ke me dok mire kede yote me jo bebe ye me kelo services ar kela agangan budjo bala yote mo be kede mitie mire kago skulun to ke dua dok isoma dwaliron ka buto me jo puonye kede jema chal mo keda gero bala headquarters me sub counties itemwana ude me apugan mitemwana ibukui kede districts donan no sabo ngoni wanti meto kedo siringi i programs ari kachi amenya siringi meto kedo siringi i amechweo aranyao ogap bala projects maga me mon ipongai ara jo ya dul ko jo choko jo kedo siringi bi medo nyano siringi so toto me sirme no saf mo ngoni aroti programs achala mago totogi so wan bana na iteso kan i lango kucha ya churi ke ka papata maro tijego i wi siringi achiachi amengo cho miyo jo memedo mekelo lonyo wara ko medo siringi menu safi wiye waro dokoda mino tije mogo amekero me bino kelo siringi jingi pongai bala yote mogo tie ameliaro olio bino yebe chuma dangogi enda ko tie ara mini pongai o tiji yote go ara rego ara dano tete kinyo migi siringi isaongi ko tije sete go menyano ye pone apapa so ena poka menu safa sector kide mena tikela nane waro bedo enino
Dr. Mona wacho be jopore bedo karachiel kede gen ikoma pugan me NRM piene ti karachiel kede ayika abejo meda ayikere metimo
de iteso ya choli kede i lango one idwe okatono idwe to miare ibedo magi ajikri me cabinet obedo kede ojiko dio moko be pacha chiel lia pacha chiel do ota chiel ara kena chiel kore mino doke kany buli kena chiel so doke kanjo cabinet ko moko be wek be diang achiel do be do e welme million achiel tete kenjo gamidi sobolo chulo sete go so amido wacho be sana yamo kireni ate wacho ni dia mokoda be siringi ameromo billion ara return ot kanyauni tiedo choto dokoti chingwa yo prime minister
me pati me NRM. Nyatel me pati me NRM e district me Kabermaido Ali Hassan Emetu enabin opoyo ayeka ning.
Mito tirukarni me puano udede. Ako puano ritual kirepocha duong Dr. Omona meta mo be yi ameti pachokan atutulu mo kano noko berunewa nywere mogo e duoge konywa ilungi miego wa adekiti NRM ko uda wanga mo kano nok me duogo botwa
Asoi member na chapat me nupi kumgi awudu tie dida kinywako karachel kira Dr. Omona ama bedo minister meno than Uganda bino wacho be kup me PM karachel kida bumenti liu bedo la giaber Michael Onyinge P1 Luo TV Kabermaido District.
Michael Nyinge me yupo report ne Dr. Kenneth Omona minister me kumalo me Uganda tika wajini safo wuchake iyonge kui urigi berika following story any closely maybe ka wachine break any safo any kabero mo konyo dano no saf eguni weng magu jake 1-2 eguni weng compared to any itamna laka mo pata berika kwana.
Yeah, me achela mero for government me lo me Uganda, me kate ke yup me racho tunku malo me Uganda, wanena yup ma pol ma government o kate kere at a certain point gen gubera gamolim den. So NUSAF has been a World Bank funding. It has been like a grant. Ma inoni gen gemio atirane ki lobby mano gokarro ipero me luengi kumana. So lo me Uganda is not exceptional. Lo me Uganda tia chel ikin lobby ma inoni vote lobunem chala tunku malama Uganda gen go karalwen so gamente bedo peñ me katte ki yup me neno kidni rocho tunku malama Uganda waneno RDP program mo bedo tunku malama Uganda NUSAF 1 NUSAF 2 NUSAF 3 to 2023 no mera immediately financial year 2023-2024 mera no bet ki NUSAF mamea ngwen and government has been in talks ki World Bank menen ket men no lim me konyo NUSAF fo so ka minister menen ko met ko malama Uganda Dr. Kenneth Omona tika kate me teto kidano ni yup men NUSAF ma ngwen ka yape before mano yupen po yape gena pertek lawing especially through his office as Minister of State for Northern Uganda under the office of the Prime Minister because office of the Prime Minister and be responsible for these recovery programs metun kumalama Uganda. We are supposed first to evaluate the previous NUSAF 1 NUSAF 2 and NUSAF 3 what has been the what have been the achievements and the challenges. So I don't want NUSAF 4 maybe PDM kumbeti. It is also very hard to trace kitmano after receiving the 1 million. And also under NUSAF 4, what programs will it cater for? Are we not going to have duplication of programs under PDM? So I believe near Ginapira Teklawang NUSAF 4 should be a little bit exceptional. Pato miro betie ki PDM marketing po Uganda boom. Then when we talk about NUSAF, Northern Uganda Social Action Fund, the fund does not only cater for Northern Uganda district as we know. It cuts across up to even Bunyoro and then also Karamoja and part of Bukedi district. Bukedi pay part of Northern Uganda, they also part and partial. Can this program be specifically for Northern Uganda districts, especially the areas Magengo Karo, ya own pa LRA kachel ki dul mwen pien LRA pol wenyo kene so government will also achel meken joma gukero paroti tung kumala Uganda because kano chinga menda pol wenyo kumenara no dan me kumala Uganda be pogo kare paro so in most cases I'm pamero blaming always LRA but it was LRA insurgency and also counter insurgency Mauber kateme tunkumalame Uganda no rocho tunkumalame Uganda is a good thing but the implementers ana pogo berika implementing programs may recovery me tunkumalame Uganda mabe at this time different people will be the one in charge of implementation only.
My problem is one when you say Northern Uganda Social Action Fund and Northern Uganda extends up to Bunyoro, Northern Uganda extends up to Bukedia, Northern Uganda goes as far as Mbale. What is your regional definition of Northern Uganda? That is one question. Northern Uganda Social Action Fund goes as far as Kasese. We have seen posters or signposts kamano ki karo chene mi no saf ti ka bere makomano donc ipenye kekeni ni is this part of a project where jema kelo project u pok chene campaign ke jetie project mono mi robien mi konyo ko malami Uganda ka kete wajo ko malami Uganda by default king all the Nile Emma would go to the greatest would be Karamoja Lao actually West Nile ichere gikwere kumano now that would be the greater northern Uganda PM no de chair we Karamoja gene you pick from the fallacies of the Karamojongo bena go be the permingo diangi ki legi mi roñ botte Tokosa and the Pokot mero you can at least identify with them ero ketika karong I weko kenyo I kartie Bukedia I kartie Mbale I akikanye western watu ka donyo ki Masindi and I kafuni I kero Masindi Bunyoro is now part of the beneficiaries of NUSAF. What are you compensating them for? What are you implementing in Bunyoro that actually relates with what is in Acholi land? So in my simple logic, an amateur Northern Uganda Social Action Fund is not a project matika biro pe Malami Uganda. And it is an accountability measure. Bodlo tela money. Maginoni gen get ideas ma megi mir get keretiji
and get you in
northern Uganda as a benchmark minene when you talk about northern Uganda every donor wants to associate with it and to chenene does it twinkle bien beri chalo tap la doga der ini yabo ingede enimir don kan man who benefits
but I've had narratives of Jomo Kenyatta don kumbekte wachine ko madana wen kok ne all when memoir appear is becoming stale do tio. Can we look at other issues? So NUSAF made duguchia NUSAF for with the basis of coronel when mawalo when memoir appear atamo kumbe pera mawati kere tunku malama Uganda could supersede when memoir appear.
One, we are dealing with a broken generation of young people who don't know what to do, who don't have hopes for the future, who don't understand where they have to be. Emma mir wachine watike class adek. Kumbedni kete anate class mi diere. Ane mwagana eni ateke lutiano manualogi mageti te an between wake lutiano mwaga par bo a par chiel a par okay count from 0 years to mwaga par dek. Mo lutiano mawana nyalogi. One more nyalo tini wati mwaga pier dek kete pieru wa bij mi oi pier ngwen wi abich wati ka nyalo tino ma nyim gi diri to ngeyo ka to bere kwere ene ikin bere wan ma tiki mwaga pieru wa bij mi oi pier ngwen abichi ago ti kenyu joma peki ti kenyu joma tika going through all formats of life giti kenyu donc kwa joma tiki mwaga pier ngwen wi abich mi oi pier bicheli ene maginaki at the end of the day the social structure of Lkwo is actually Paul Padar madogiti mwaga pier ngwen wi abich mi oi mwaga achiel gini are the ones who are going to be the next elders of tomorrow. Manyurka one po planning igimabe. We are all going to live in a circle of poverty. Yemi no ngarmoni tie kumetia go benetiki family.
Mena ye père mamiro wadwa ye.
Père mamiro one wadwa
nene. Pero père maneli wenyin.
Père palotina chuli magetika don kumbetini. Waromo lakoneki ning we aklotina matiki mwaka chiel mi oya par dek mi oy mwaka piera riwe bij piera dek piera ngwen. They are a better generation of achuli. Ero ka fudu tika chuli make mini gichili ngali bachiel mi chama nyoye gichero ka lweny ana che wochi ni achuli make romo wilo ne mi chero ka yeto min ngarimoni cannot be a role model iti munye achuli mo fudu kimir chili ngali piera dek chere tim gina kuman ngarimoni kimira le mi achiel chero ka miel nyimlo tela it won down mi ribeta gwako gangi you can never be a role model. Mindset change is what do you want to be apart from saying money is everything for you.
Remember kum loka pate kai ngione ginywele mwagali ba chele mi abungwani piera bungwani wi angwen me oi mwagali ba rio ka beach. That is the age bracket ma omiero gamente me lo me Uganda ma tieka kateke yup me konyo dana me komala me Uganda me targeting. When you live out this age bracket of 1994, 1994 or 2005, project moe can mitigate Kumala Uganda will never succeed. Awaju kumano pian kumbede atika don January 94. And in 94 I've lived through insurgency in northern Uganda. And a ngeo loteno vulu mati mwagana eni, they are not better. Kagite better than no wegi ki kwaro ki ubega chama be gament eni man jomo kene lo gangio pacho kier lo mawaho. So in that group of people gena gitima be actually and to would actually nyunya actually money maki nywalo any car me lwen way mwakali bario ka beach. You cannot tell me near Joanna they're better off. Unfortunately, this program pagamento magiti is only targeting Joma again go beru kachamu be kaide bene lwenyo beru tie man Joma gumu kwanyogi gikaronam gitilo mawaho and they understand how so inoni diere mo tie mu mukoni buom diere mu muk ena vulu nyolo teno magi nywalagi ipiera mo ngwen wangwen me oy mo gali bario kabich and Joma nywale 1994 kumbe no gidi bene kilo tie
maybe ma foot pe beno gen ma ana nero mat pera ni once we begin to invest in the young people it should be deliberate ni
yes.
Northern Uganda Social Action Fund wa mete wa chak project pa vulu mateko man ala si ya woche kanya wa ina kodi project ma yaw teme ya chuli me muyini lo tiano mon wa dongo du ki lum ki tegi ka koyo bon dano wo koyo bon there's nothing constructive they're doing kodi makete ko should be for a bigger goal kilma meno mego jola ke ka teme e koyo bon you're making classical dress and you're targeting the UK market you're targeting the other market erka yinti ko ni lo tiano nyera wendo cheta koyo bon gitika duka koyo kiraga nga ruko bo mate kiraka kenini donc pe ultina nyera moyo chetka ko fonyo ye wich how many salons are we going to get in Gulu of course beauticians will be making money. We need to be deliberate on actions on what is going to help us walk out of poverty.
Itama meganena wine stuff is so generalized ma chero don ka executing don better don tech any bokolok ma romatera wa chawachel o megina part when ringi ye wa kwaten lok ka kenya ko ndako meta nyim lok ma kumbe ti dog dano ditu twal tunku mal me Uganda and of course lawyer qui pa honorable Nobat Mao ma anti-minister of justice and constitutional affairs kumbe and ni en Miro Doro at Moko Cik ko chwala duana kon wajane en ka ibichu chibi katika maleng ka wajane titwale ki the current speaker mego Anita Among Doc Honorable Anita Among po win here say nyongwer me campaign en ke Miro chu ibikate iwajo but ini bedo gulu i campaign trail pa juario any Honorable Mao gini Honorable Father Charles Onan I winyu ngwera niki irada ni Honorable Mao Miro chung me bedo speaker
gen ma rawo mokone ayeni karma Mao biro ka chung mo achi Miro chung MP me guru ke war posters ario ke war poster chiel magwa the next speaker of the Parliament of Uganda ke war poster chiel matika nyoto me bedo MP apart from the posters mo biro oberu ka circulating petie ni Mama Mao declaring openly in a rally. Petie ni Momo declaring ni Ana Miro Chung. I have never heard of it. Neither his associates. Apenyo la reme his PA close. Makloni eno koya. Ma wajo koya. Wono tamo bobere yore. Wono neno lwen ma neta mong o kerkom kadaga. Wono neno kita kadaga lo ko de chalo chavun ma ke boli chavu BP. Ento bena Miro wachane according to Mao is a very slippery guy. Bena chwa on attack. According to me, chwa on bena attack. Ento, regardless of what happens, Kulu in petwa pi mafut pi oi Kulu. Kulu bena kalu no ke o. Wako ko donyi parliament, they swear him in. We see what is happening, the tempo in parliament. If the day comes, he will declare. We will start from there.
Oringi, away from speakership race, alleged speakership race, pa Honorable Mao. Na nature wa beka wachane kanya Parliament eniba luloka be. Oringi, in your own words, they watch it very well UPE class, mother phone penine. What is the map? Pinchwich. Honorable Mao is a debater. Maolo at least debating skills. Ne romachwalo ne race, speaker.
You can be a good debater, but ka jomitika debating kegi maugolo bunge cannot are not good. It cannot make you win a debate. We are poor gula amogan uberga ki St. Joseph's College la yibi. And oberga nye momi gula am liet ma pe wache. One gene oberga no and la general floor speaker. And agikane one flow speaker and pian ke ro beru nore we could not win fen Joseph ko leyi pian yen go beru ki debaters matek. Now kadibe no Mao bedla la lock matek ka en kane nyo generate can they will not change anything in that house. Amira medical lock up part command. Near the decision Mama taking me dock up PM member me parliament man Okaro qualifies him to be a candidate for speakership.
Anyone, literally.
Yes. And this is not a hearsay. The mission is to make Mao the speaker. That is the mission. And if you take a volatile tapsi, Mac Dogatin and with a para the Pierre we are shell. You will remind me again in Nirmano and Ukateka Maleng. Because not more Muberka PM, maybe the president of Uganda, got in the hot dog at Tedero, Capim Killa Tedero. Makuno Lotedero, when Guberka Pado Shingini, Mamego Beneti Malo, enter doc, Maho break, doc twing, Miro paper and anything on me well, Cherway, it got doing it. You know me, ye kere. So mission anony, tie, but the fact is, Mao. Cow be cut to come a leg, me why be speak man of PM. Po berry a yacht, me car me be the speaker. Cow berry a yacht, po berry a yacht pianing, ngat ma anuka PM kere, anita net among any. Petty down at simple. Tip petty pelanganya cogo. Pian ting at my banner, and was choking now. Tick la pock. Murong and nung in it to arrow. No, kapie mono berutie si pimamera nana ano era why ni final metela ikin me Uganda. But the truth is, let us watch the space.
Exactly.
PM be speakership ero ni gira mirne de benatie. And on the other side, we did not understand the agreement. Ma deep you signing NRM into detail. Kadi benadano unano kid magi signing kere, but we have not gone page by page.
Kira para wajib kere ni pi kulu pete mga. Pete wang ma PAO. Let more wajib will cross the bridge when you get there.
But literally kumberi Mao oido kulu.
I don't know why PAO. I don't know why kulu.
No
furi. You are what much here kulu.
Kulu. Eto no diga kuor gungu. Meto mo bi then ka winyo gwal kiro jago chwa.
Kuno gwal pio.
Ka ire to mo wan iep. Jima rio time. Iro mo o ki gungu ku mana furi chago lurjer ken ki goye dudi.
Ipor and so those are the two things my mom
cannot determine now. And
those are two things, those are probability, and you should not run away from.
Kiguma bani one wing lupok lokange eyes and ears on the ground kada da ini wichung meberu speaker wai beki kermenge ne wang wati kono wai lobo story ana da uyor mit wa meta nyim kumbeti party manyen political party magitlo ne PFF tika me poch ma dia total pedana megulu mechi mo mega better all uchan meberu MP on report ini mamera Mr. Ruby Yubo kada padugi.
PFF party manyan. Being a new party, matamani, the mega elecomio, down a dual biometric. Chica one bed on and in the Pierre around me again, the main of a car and a dark in gang. We have a big structure, Moramo, that structure only till they were down a dual, so at 2031, no, I think candidates. He actually sampled.
One anno Berukadore come apart party, kept me young age. Bene met en ki komenti ka wajini mir kiminu kwe in chalo in message tining o bodano
ana fo ko al en tiga medina ne ni alego ni wax mela lo pe ni wax me ko sete bu win dog me wax me ko tijoti no be no en tigi dano mano en coupe pe je ko ale jomote pa en pero mo ko toal ko joma te parti mo kene je ana lego lwak me Gulu City to toal la ro pe ka ma ke yene ni ko en pasi ko ni ma ker en ne cha ka ti awen ya ko be dwan gi ba ku per committee
nya ke lo na jok na ti wero ana ka ke bangat atike chuka tika chuo me bero kansila ngwan kamon me bangat ka ti le balai la boy coupe je me wen petwere so ma jaro me go makwiri en do tera nyim en makwiri mier nena en be we go makwiri the ground wek no jeme ne ki coupe wek tera mati o bod wa we tede pien en ti we national ki pin kan no wan bo mier wa bet ki joma be now kado wan ki chwaro mego makwiri malo ki pin kan no ki chwaro joma pe kwiri miyo ti dugu tek miyo wa wan en ni wen ki now tell wa pe ka teach no kuno joma pin ni pe ke yer joma ti so wan be wa lewo ni mego en ki kwiri ti che malo kujene uchwal wa we utipo matek we wan be ki chwal wa ka ki chwal wa wan wa ber ki ker min yuto kwiti ni wa pin kan e ma yetiam loko mi wan mer ku chwal ni mego ku chung kedwa an wan machal wan wati pat FPFF an machal pat PFF wan wa ni alama wati sin dog be na mer wa ni gamente mo ma ber tek la boy opposition pere yen wan opposition wa timu wan gamente ka gen gitika rwenyo so ena yetiam lok magi mo me wan wati ka wati mego du pin uchunket wa we wan bene wan wa kat wi o wen we Gulu City o be Gulu City mati kir ma mego tika telo ne ki ma ki war ki gen pa choli
Chel kidwan mo bere I Gulu City karo inyoy bolokwi pa meg beti a all o chan pat in you report anone kite wachi in the first time ma PFF political party manyen ka chalo la member me parliament gena rioku MPs that have made it to parliament their interest to parliament environment oberini
me achel mero wache apart from having a shift in political wings PM go aki FDC go chare PFF may noni is a win for basically well you are rioni because in any political parties mo kana chalo the Democratic Front po chalo candidate mo eken and for the first time oberuki gum go chalo ngara che Ario. So, inoni kai nero in terms of nene parties manyan mono go yele bieno and PFF or retaining nyocho alo candidate Ario pe waje maracho twal. Pressure gibot mego timat be mego berga drumming support it lutela mo kene magiti lower level chalo nono giano nono is contesting me Councillor Beach in one of the areas makui ma megeti dire. Chi noni getting particular money, they should reclaim their space according to the legacy by Dr. Kiza Besije. Binene gelo en matek ngingu dugu chen gedwa obere kirigani dire Besije bi aki vuch madugu wao unongno PFF unyako nyige
de dai uringe Besije kumbere no 1.5 years mati yangija but to see ni a few just pockets so kerben any pockets of MPs have made it to parliament. Don't you think it's a milestone but dear olamabe
tamadok part mego all better shan gitiago yer and mebedu metelo will work begulu chalo man member of parliament not because of the political party PFF but because of Mego bien come che ci temo nyo roll call palo member pa party PFF megulu pe pore che wel qui
ma no
so nyorne beside belonging to a political party in challenge at money meeting member me political party kurani tining you can wanero jomo kan mo por ki NRA mo lo ere mo no me NRA po pori so en watching ngo nyorne dano pegi tamu piloka party to 12 chabu kere endo genane oringi ubedo dano manining oringi kura na tieni ning kuone tieni ning beri ki dano ning logo ki dano ning tirati ngat mo ma vonyo ki dano moro dano jolo dano gange because those are the things people use to determine who is a better leader.
But also, wondering you ngay bolo kuime 2026 enini iranwa chimo MPs maki year gi pitigi mapepe political parties
Yes,
and make better ola o tiken gi. There are very few pola dark year gi before their political gonna association.
Mi achel watikilo tela igulu ka ini beru me woi ema nyoy ko mara me Uganda lutela make yer ge me noni de seamless kita le mono waje ko ne mi achel is mega old better chan
Yes.
17,000 votes. The next MP make yer when pe mama down to kwere is a Yo Phoebe, the one of more replacing Balmo Sharon, Igulu district. Another MP make yer without condition is Nancy Chohara. Smart win. Another MP Maharamo which is Kezekia in Lamuo.
Yes.
Legacy. Another MP I can tell you is Rika Nywa in Agago. They are voted because of who they are, what they have done, what they present, and who personality.
Vis-a-vis the political.
Regardless of their Dr. Gilbert
Automatic.
They are voted on merit. Ento enemy when you struggling. Me a chill, there are people making yargi piloka chene. Gubiro mere PM getiki chene wa chame dongwa me no kwede kuma wa cher kwede. I chamu ento ku wadukine. Their leaders mo make voting gen bere not because of anything. Why ko no wa all kwede wa ko ho chero chitiere. U chero chitiere. Imunyi we ki ora chelo gok mak chero chera dwa. Kono la chera dwa ra nyiri kono nyar kono kide chitem. They are there. Their leaders mo make dwa get teach petek wang.
Yes.
Fights. Miribin mai boyo deng ti kono ki munyi tim kina ngoi vu dano we kinene initie.
Magitigil with Luriuni, Jamatigil with Luriuni.
Le kure with Luriuni pobu konyi penaga. In me will queenie bene pobu konyi penaga. But the genuine leaders, chalo mega all better chan. Even when you're talking to them, you feel I am speaking to a mother. I am speaking to a leader. Pelo volo mo karamanete nano gini.
Part when you ring you know the bias. But anyway,
bias
huge congratulations. What make better all the chan ma en kumbere lawyer, maybe the woman MP Megulu City ticket pa PFF. Political party manyan picha mo bdiwa America no wanan ichua West Honorable Simon Peter Oriema ma kumbetu loyo okui tikameto chako teach Christopher Nyako tiki report ka wangnan ko diri
to West wang men na loka matino timna an ki ne na kitago onyo ke kui e one on kui men na ne loka betielo to inge pol kara por kara ngeche matela ma pol go berka onyo lo tielo yo kipi mangol wa lo tielo. So this time I don't have a team canon. Okay.
Neno mia chele yo fize bibero kachako temu tijango.
Abe chako tichao diri maya. Abe UN ya nangmene ka.
Tijango me chako kere.
Abe chako me to water ken gang. Met kitit maju ya timune. Bero ka chele community kuna penyo tamge now krado ngono twala dong parliament. Ke diri maya dong ki wira. Ngo mo time ya chak timune. Ngo lemon no community engagement. Mira chak water ken West and kuna penyo every sub county pera ngo magetam wan maromo tike ka chia dirma ki office mama gomina ni
o ben kwanya ki yem wa ene chala boy
ye bero garbe tek bene miete chente papol chente
Nyo for the time you report and mero owaje kidana ni line wadong waya wotio open Mr. Ringi Bugamu Chimi tika ringo pen Kenya producer chiano bukero number 039 adong tum wa in birki ker me lok ikum jimi we mo ti lok Mr. Ruby wo chiaro gulu tieni e mero pen en ngo chiaro covering ko kwen la pen ngo meno pen meya ma wa chimo gi dira en so yup la penyi yup airtime mi iloko yoro Oringi aye obugamu chima mege. Achaki tumbot in Oringi Chua West did Simon Peter Oriema Makumbet lawyer a whole giant minister Henry Okello Oriem. Did you see this coming?
Yeah, I saw that coming. Poyo we come way more aware no Furati primary P1 P2 near 4 foliage. So lodge pa la dieta Calvin Oriema qui la lodge mo ni makodi parber ka waja ni we ko chwal ko ngati no share ngat jan ko no digo bere the truth is that Minister Okeloriem and no utiyo bene utiyo sa tamu dano me wajo ni la dia inong ben charity ke wekong nong ngap ma eno cherre beru tampa dan paluak no I don't want to underrate him kadi ben ne committee ko ene dak ma nok chamu kwon and I believe he has a good vision chala en keton beka cha
waji mi cha ko tijo wane
chang e weni na ngwana kan
a cha ko tijo dire
wane ko mi ento wo bi ko ngir mo ga big bana wa evaluating and ya buti mano fo luwot ki fo ya buti so impact it ya ngo
yes
so let me give him a benefit of doubt for the period ma eno ukatiyo eni ma ne okelo riamu ti o ye aduki kui ano ne according to Pepper Malawo obedi karme lo kan and why ne yela mo pe dano go bolo kui kar kep ma kar kede ane but the truth is I think Shua West mero la tela mo mero kela la ko fa dano kap for the area mo ma don chan bene te temi ket te Shua West a watch ni adon e pa jemo kadi ben pa jemo ko mbedi la mo ento angeo area mi Shua West ma be pe wache fo loka chan fo ti la mal kadi ben ni minister no.
Atam limit gamolo ko ring ni briefly we ko chak gamo chim ni mi achel achole mi ronge ni petit ngarmati tela kijing pilotela. You will never be the alpha and omega of a community kama ini tami ai ni. La ko lokka ruot ki ora nya ruot ke loak ni petit UPM loak banange nga mir gi chwal go tim ngo. Mi ario ayeni what pa in kidanma in ko di chengui pera benetek how you relate on a daily basis ko ni minyang ini beda nga wek bena dano dira chok ko di kidong do tela mi achole mi rogo wek church ana kona minister ana kona ngo ini minister
ni but chimko sorry mengole
yeah what you ngan my line kan yes one what TV hello oh sorry
in terms of the title and entitlement mon ma bienone ana ngari ana taking all the privileges ma ini noni ba po wek da ka cheta kare kwere widano piem eni konyo in mi mete ki kuoni ki mete ki dortici wege il nya choli ero ke tika ilo mero ilo nya choli wi wili ko ma choli ma diet mu choli I kare position ma mege e wi jomo kanane chi chwin dano ben a ko mi
atambo bolo kui any part wono rengi has proven okay
yes one lot TV hello what are you looking at ikwana kema do anything
ti lock Scovia ku boyale
what format Scovia
foil part foil pero ke
yes
yeah adna me ana foil ritual wa foil kar mo ha futi ma jela e mo ko chimi mo ha ni
what foil attack Omega Scovia
yeah foil presenting lo kumo lo when foil actually Jimmy Mito Doro kere program amele na commenting lo ka ye wa ma chel
ayela mo pe yeah
kere ngat ma do yero la diplo kere ngat ma wa yo ta na no ye wor kere ento do you know what on team ne pe en Uganda wa ni pe ron wa ni ngat mo ni kama na ka ji ke in ne nyu le no ku yira yer kere ku kama na ka ji ngatu mo ni tero 98% and o ku no la war 54 er ngat chano ti 47 eni kere ka do ngo yo ta ne ne no but all in all angeo Uganda wa yana ana we are pol kar ka go chim bidana wa ni kong ma chen no fut picture ka bulu ku chin kiri ke le ko pilatira ni mo ma incher ka bulu yere ku and then Mario leg pillo goni get kong lu baum bet fast na mira a lok da ai da yana lok a lok ko lok mau de la mau ma mau lo ke fala wa no no many por gele yana mau o caro kita dong ke waini o caro kere ento ko bino ka tuga ke widano kita nini ngeu kit mau kita tiker mau bino piru wangwa ke kai wanno mwa madiri ku mau kitung ku malo me Uganda however much at biale ento mwa madiri no ngeli ku cherche la ditto duguni bi cherka ni I hope ni aleko be viane o kasta be tagyata ma enti ka merne ento ko o ke kunu bane uti yo ma da pi yo me dogiri o iti ne na we ma kai nen ini be la tele ma wo be da kure el be la tele ma mati iti ne na we aya mi da ka lo kan nusa nusa ku be tani o piano chi uka ma anyim ba de nusa ma wa duki pa nusa mutimu bon ngadu moni ke ka ini ja e dok ki ni chelsea ne ni kin any mutima ni nusa ba yotimo an ku be chan futika meta nyim don lo ne tini gin no pian jeme ka ini timu ti du ke ngio ko arba kini ngo mutimu kini nusa ba yoker wadong ke be don kwere ti ne na we so ana de tam ni chene na gidi ke li pa nusa point ma ke mi kun ti nusa ka te pa umegi wa Robert muka tikere ni mo mier ki kwanchi lo tiano de ma kiti tim ki grunya buoni iramu kati kitami e oni bana but we lo wani o balle o wang dano ti jene madon
wa fama ta mi so
ya no mo konyo gi ko ni ka di money ento je mu kana dito ni wen da ka ete der ma jel ko ngi kwang ruchu corruption and ki jo ma ki yu ki lo da kin na mete o society
wa fama ta Scovia former Scovia Pat winyo Scovia gano lo marama ngwen
amaro lok atar tam Scovia kono I like her mind
open
very open yes Pat gam kong lok pa Scovia kibiale
wa foi mate ko mego Scovia atama ne ikiet me bolokwe ke wajene what is meant to be results ka don wanu ngene tie karate ko ne keno kana bene pie mi yete ko nyo ko lok wata look nobat Mao one watching nobat Mao down ma duong tika nano ne and this is gonna ke in the end time or the final judgment time down when tika me watching o cher dong en wa mer neno ngomo botimo and I mer watching any benefit of doubt ne we give him a chance tell her down benedon down benelake I mer watching Mao mo na won romber Mao ma pat matini kadong eno chero o chara cholio kema choli tika kokko ne report cut any bene one to kanya war beru kany from day one to the end time nirma kiswere ngene parliament no one to kono nirma kono gitimo ngo no one to kono logmo karbe no one to ngo we are trying to analyze and assess them so there's no loop that will leave any stone unturned
what you ngat makany one lo tv hello one lo tv
yes please
what you looking at ikwana
Chilo Kenyanga Jimmy, I'm calling.
Kedwak Don TV ni ping.
Kedwak Don TV ni ping, Jimmy.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yes, Edward. Yes, Hamitami, Edwak Don TV ni ping, Hamitami. Oh, sorry. Yes, Jimmy, kai go ni wachim go chim Edwak Don TV ni ping
ni kata
wa mi tama mi tie kwere jomo kana winyo tami mabe ki no gitika na TV ento ien peram winyo tami ke keni TV makon kana itika no kedwa signal pe bedu mabe total yes waromete yes Emma
yes kono wori koro chimpa dano kumbeti lock mo kana matika kati headlines ba kitika wachi na yene kameta kumbere dwa ka chen mobile money matika teach mabe of course kono wangeni mobile money kiloro nera rio mapia ke bolo kui chapiet mo kara peta watin dano tika chwalo chente pe waro
walo TV hello
yes hello ai nedi
wai mabero wichunga
eno wechokoro we nyinga Colin Entebbe
ofo mata wa nyinga
apoche mu ringi tie maber then patla robi akwero ema gitie stede
wafo etwa
anapo report mu wadu matin kana uwie anwange bedu kore awinjo anwango kamanwang kumlembe pa Robert Mao anapti surprise mania Robert Mao muti president pa party maimi eti the we party chalo president party but now tie surprise ne edu go chungu chalo MP eni ke dong roma na woto mebe wote be chido forward dong be wote du ko kungene ne di so dong mitu mission party ango mi duogo ni do ka chungu chalo party MP makena be do party president so kakeni ende kakenere kelo question mark weda suba mitu lembe pare wota tirango ko mebe ka going I should head pikare malach na we duogo chen kunge endo mitu nya kakena bene be do bera kachango
wo fama ta wanyinga
apo sana moti ucheke
yes eno loke kom loka nobat Mao eno beru ka chera nyim we go forward but we go backward no and now so what does that mean and be open la pen
o mete ki go chi ma po wi ringo programo na bati ringo ping Kenya 0392 instructions beti command juma kana foot penge ke ti go chi work o kinga TV ni nye duak TV ni a volume no obet ping ke loko direct da ka chi lok dana ma du loko
yes
really
look mobile money
yes mobile money kite wai do dugo cha bira chi lo ma in pera ma water chente kilor kara chi lo kinga ki internet ento gerno chulti chule ken ping ento impe waro pera ma water ping up and preparing down
what taking out one kind hello one what TV hello
Yes.
Yes, I'm looking at one bed. One TV near one. Yes, Jimmy.
Now, I would like actually to know two things. I take on Chimki Mukono.
Hey,
Mina Machil. Hello.
What you got with my bed? In lock at one.
Yes. Now, I want to know one thing from you people. About the Nobat Mao. Nobat Mao, Kidma, La Rema, Alur, Wajokerni, Uberka Chung. Uberka Chung, maybe party president, that is one. Then two, he went back as MPship. Now, Kuberi Chan, what you win from a Condora box. That Nobat Mao has been cited to be the Speaker of Parliament, right? Now, from the 4 or 5 people who were cited to be the Speaker of Parliament, I have never seen the name of Nobat Mao appearing there. Now, where is it at this last time they are bringing Nobat Mao to be the Speaker of Parliament? That is one. Then two, all these posts, presidency, MPship, are they going to remove him from those two positions that he had as the speaker or not? That's what I want to know, my dear people.
Okay.
What format? Yes, I think on Gamma Yacht, Kaitila member me parliament Gieri, you have a right, make you maybe the speaker, member me parliament Boli. About you being the party president general of a political party, it is the members of the political party to determine your fate.
And we have for the next
and for another 5 years. So you will continue serving. Even if he becomes the speaker, you will be the speaker of parliament if you will be the Speaker of Parliament, MP, Uberu Bera, President General, pa DP. So, only again a pair attack me at a better car.
Chabu Diwa, that Yakadodong, Derang, which money Karagochi, Monity,
what take him as a can, a 4 1 wing matek, Man Vincent Kikasese, Anamar Tampadano wing, Magitiaka Logicom Mao, Pian Machalo, Northern Uganda, we expected me and who may take it you, Chala President, a year, Pat Kig. Get more my part. So what you give me Sharifa Kimitiana? Yes, Sharifa.
Which one?
Which one?
I for one wine. One can you parent of you better take.
Oh, sorry.
Have you better take down and tell yes, while thing. Oh, better yacht. Yes, so I made a pay gonna Sarah, Caro.
Sarah, car number deck.
Okay.
Come down a bit of car number deck.
You know, we chair the parliament.
Only key gun quan no wine again. Repeat. Oh, wait for another year.
Yeah, for you.
Sharifa. Mero bolo voing ngoting.
Over it was which I'm over dewa miro ke kan or kachake in part kumberi tini doliero uriaria don gulu kumbetini. What should we expect?
Me a chill abikamulok daka chill mawaya ini government or restoring mobile money ento kumbeti ikenme kwanyo internet ke restoring mobile money ketika tayari government court.
Yeah.
Mi balo biachara badano ke balo city lawyers are real money go kati getika filing a complaints mutual government court. Now how that will transition over time wabikelu banengage atageno wajini it has disorganized business and onyano kotiandano and money or crossing hands. Mia gika mia wachini wate dok golo kumbeti wabikelu the race by mayors kelo tela mogomati kenyu. So stay locked to One World TV. Dakika weng chawa weng no want to kaminu ngej mati ikire bene wakelo galo wang an ati we tiana kumbeti.
Thank you, our foot soldier. Yes, Ringi.
Amero tingo karman me for dan wagen go chim. Manene geno pere tek ena ni wan wakeli lok manote katime. Wamiyo tama megwa chala ano Ringi. Yin bene ila nen TV tietwero ni mego shi memiyo to memiyo tama megi manda mi penyo la pen me 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 rabel kar me nyang piana gikane one way me robet ki information ma da and that's why every morning we labor to come in the studio me minu tam me ngoma no tikate me man ben me nyame lokke kar nyang matote afoyo won me take na One World TV cha weng man me take mi tama megi bana ko weng
Kit me bolo kui ki me golo ringa ngebe ni dire iberu kamini wa updates chawa wen kere temo kere ibolo kui pa president kere wa ken wa fo joma ki gone wa chim specifically ye wa nyingi skovia ki biale Sharifa Jimmy dano wen maguri ma pe gone wa chimbe wi wa po wile kumu wa fo uti 12 pe chwa wa dako a ki kan ki One World TV kon pe kumbeti wi wa gi kakan wa dugu ci ndax dire cha maro mu pe mabe